Hello and welcome, everyone. Give me a moment to do my introductions. Let's see here. All right. Hello and welcome, my fellow warriors, for it's I, your favorite little halfling dragon. Francis of my fellow adventurers and protector of all. As you can see here, we are interviewing Kynes, who is a dragon VTuber as well. But we'll let him explain about that to you, chat. And before I forget, those who are just coming in and watching, here are my socials, of course. You're more than welcome to join the Safe Haven of Crysteria. Oh, he can't hear. He can't hear. But yes, there is my social. You're more than welcome to join the Safe Haven of Crysterians. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Skies, and of course, there's my YouTube channel. But there is going to be another one where you can check it out. Oh, and congratulations, you guys, for picking first and second. And if you have VR chat, it is free to download. It is free to play on PC if you don't have a headset and everything. But let's go ahead and see if he's ready. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, and how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for
There's
having me.
anytime. All right, let's go ahead and introduce yourself. And what is your background lore of your character?
Okay, so quick summary. Hi guys, my name is Kynes Nidhugson. I am a ancient dragon of northern Scandinavian descent. I am the son of the ancient dragon of Scandinavian mythology named Nidhugg. So I am part light, part darkness. Um, what else is there? I was locked in a cave for a couple of thousand years because the humans don't very much like dragons. And when I escaped, I very much had lost like most of my powers. So right now, I'm using what little power I have to give myself a human form and infiltrate society to figure out how to best bring you humans down. So thank you for having me.
Well, it's pretty surprising to me another dragon friend. Well, except for me, I am half dragon.
Listen, half dragon, full dragon, it doesn't really matter. We're all dragons inside our hearts. Let's be honest here.
That is true. That is true. So, anyways, what inspired you to be a streamer? Like, who
Honestly,
inspired you?
like basically all the content creators that I've been watching up until this point. Like I started watching all the big ones from a very young age, like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, the big three. Then there's people like Lost Paws, and later on, I became a content creator around I want to say 2016,
Hmm,
where I started doing gaming content on my own. And a little after that, I started streaming. I want to say 2017. I switched over to streaming on my own part time in my free time. So like
okay.
Lost Paws, the big three, Jacksepticeye, people like that, and then I started following more of the more American VTubers and virtual streamers since I became a VTuber myself in I want to say 2020, early 2020.
Dang, you've been streaming for a long time, haven't you?
Honestly, yeah, like I've been pretty sure ever since I was a child I knew I wanted to do content creation either as just a hobby or as a full-time job one day. I'm still working towards that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm also working with a lot of my own personal problems and stuff that has an impact on that side of my life. So it's likely going to be a very long journey still, but I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, sometimes people take streaming career and everything into, well, they make it as a full-time job because some people aren't able to work in the situations they are in. Others just do it
Mm.
for a fun time, for entertainment.
Yeah, like right now I'm somewhere in the middle of those two things. It's like if I can one day turn this thing into a job, I would really love that. But at the same time, streaming takes such a massive amount of work, especially if you want to turn it into your full time gig. Like a streamer is never only a streamer; they're also their own social media managers and stuff like that. So it's like if you want to be a content creator, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of like social interaction in real life and stuff like that to really make it work. So it definitely takes a ton of sacrifices, but I'm happy where I am right now. I love the size of my community. I love the journey we're all on, and yeah, I'm very excited for where things are going.
That's good. All right, another question. What do you call your community?
It's actually a good question because I've always been a little bit unsure what to call them. Usually, I just stick to treasures when it's in individual members, but lately I've started calling the community as a whole my treasure hoard, which I think is a very fitting name.
It
So I
is.
think actually I'm going to stick to that one.
Well, I call my community fellow warriors and adventurers, and people ask me, why that? Would you like to know why?
I'm assuming it's because of some of the things you told me in the break. I'm betting it's Final Fantasy 14 related.
Yes. But yeah, let's just say, aw. Says, we be his horde that bullied him.
Oh my god, they're both my biggest supporters and my biggest enemies at times. It's like all the funny clips you see on social media is either me being an idiot or them fucking with me. It makes for good
Oh,
content. Let's say that.
I remember that one clip when I first found you and stuff, and I am not forgetting about that. When you were playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake
Mm.
and you were on the bike trying to
Oh my
chase.
god, I remember that.
Oh my god, and it was perfect, wasn't it?
It was basically like me being under a lot of stress because of that high speed chase scene, and at the same time, my community was fucking with me at the time. So it was like I was
Right.
trying to juggle three different things at once. I was under a lot of stress.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I was going to explain about my warriors and adventurer things. All right. You probably already know about this, and chat, you probably may or may not know. But I thought with my community, I would call them fellow warriors adventurers. Because, well, people start out small as mostly viewers, followers, whatever you prefer, or lurkers.
Mhm.
So, and they were thinking, okay, I will probably be a streamer because this such and such person inspired me to become what I want to be.
Mhm.
hmm It's kind of like when you first start becoming kind of a warrior almost, but yet you're still an adventurer. Because there may be a few scuffs, they may be a few bumps on the road and everything, but once you succeed by doing what you need to do, then you become a warrior.
Yeah, exactly. It's also
hmm
like the journey itself is a self development sort of thing. So it's like every step
Right.
along the way sort of builds upon your character, I'd say.
hmm So that's what I thought. Warriors as streamers and viewers, lurkers, whoever are adventurers.
I like that. I like that a lot.
hmm And it kind of ties in with 14 along with some other games as well too.
Mhm.
hmm
I like that.
All right. Here is another question. When you started streaming, did you become a face cam streamer, a PNG, a Vroid model, or what?
So I remember, like I said, I think I started streaming originally around 2017, and back then VTubers weren't really a thing. So I did start out as a face cam streamer. Don't go looking, chat. You can't find any clips of me. But yeah, I did use an actual face cam back then, and then in 2020, I jumped straight to using a live 2D model. Which again, don't do that for the love of God. It was like $850
Oh
investment in
my
something that I
god.
wasn't even sure I wanted to continue to do after like a year or two. So for the love of God, don't invest that much money in something you're not sure of. But luckily, this isn't something that I've regretted doing. Like I very much love doing what I do right now. So it was a gamble that I wouldn't advise anyone to do, but it was a gamble that paid off in my case.
Which is understandable. I kind of think I feel like I did the smart move with when I learned to become a streamer,
Mm.
but there was a few bumps on the road, let's just say that.
It's also generally speaking, I feel like the initial like right when you start off as a content creator, you have to get used to the idea of having to interact with other people, especially if you're like me, who's a total like socially awkward nerd most of the time. So me going out and searching for artists and riggers to actually help me make my model was very nerve wracking. Um, but other than that, honestly, like generally, I really love being a VTuber. It helps me evolve myself creatively and as a person, and it's kept me going in more than one way.
Oh, nice. For me, I kind of started out just a single picture when I first started streaming. And yes, chat, there is a clip of it. And I was still learning about streaming until my friend introduced me to Fevoid. I'm like, okay, I'll give this a try.
Hmm.
Let's just say the Fevoid I had in the past was blech. So I did a little bit of touch up and everything. And then I'm still in a Vroid, well, which I used before and stuff. But since I moved over from my laptop, thank God, to my desktop and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and of course, after that, well, I was like, okay, now I gotta get emotes since how my model is. And as you can see, she's a PNG still. And don't you dare say it, Kinds. Do not say it.
Chat, she doesn't like when she's called cute. Just letting you know that.
I have a bone to pick with you after stream.
I'm half a world away. You can't get me.
But I have friends there on the other side.
They don't know where I am. I'm not.
I am not cute.
Chat, help me out here. Who's right? Who's right?
Seven hells
See,
help
Luna
me.
agrees with me. Luna agrees with me.
Hey, hey, hey. You thought at first I was like young. You thought at first I was young.
I thought you were around or younger than my age. Yes.
I am 320 years old.
I mean, technically, I'm thousands of years old if you count all the years I was trapped in the cave, but it doesn't feel like I'm that much.
Okay, Gramps.
Shut up. I'm no grandpa. Thank you very much.
Not yet.
Honestly, I don't even really know exactly how old I am. A lot of time was spent in that cave. Let's just say that.
All right. And all right, Fire. Enjoy your quest. We'll be here when you come back. But yeah, that's what I have where it's chat would do the exclamation alert. They have gone off to finish their quest, so we don't know when they'll be
Mm.
back.
Let's hope they come back safe and sound.
Mm-hmm. Just don't let Kynes get your treasure. And hey, Raven,
Don't worry about that.
I'm already worrying. Oh boy. Okay, next question. Is there any projects you are currently working on?
It's actually funny you should say that. I just recently announced a new cover song that is
Oh,
going to release on the 20th. But other than that, I am currently working on just generally getting my second channel some content,
oh,
which is mostly
nice.
just stream clips and highlight videos of my content, which I would then also post on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Um, Generally, right now, I'm working on getting myself into a more regular routine because that is one thing I struggle a lot with is consistency when it comes to actually making my content. Um, but yeah, main thing is song covers. Secondary thing is stream videos and highlights. Generally speaking,
Oh, what do you mean by that, Luna?
you bring in the bottom. That is not why. Why?
Yeah.
It's not true.
I mean, Chad can redeem a question for you if they like.
Oh God.
Hey, you should be
Let's
glad
get
it's
it
in the
over with.
500s.
God damn it.
Hey,
Oh, we're
hey.
gonna make me look like an introvert. Stop it.
Oh, and I did discover too about kinds as well.
Mm-hmm.
You get flustered easily.
Yes, that is very true. It's like my reactions very much depend on what kind of person I'm up against. So it's like they take the lead and then I react accordingly. But sometimes I just have like this fucking brain mush moment where I can't really figure out how to respond. So then I just get flustered.
Well, I do have the Uwu and the Ara Ara redeem, and
Fuck
the
yeah.
redeem for me to stretch.
We should get a stretch in every now and then. That's very important, chat. Hydrate and stretch.
Which reminds me, did you get water or anything to drink?
I did, yeah. I have like a full 2 liter bottle here. Don't worry.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, let's see what else there is. Uh, how, what can I put this way? What advice would you give to someone if they do start?
Hydration is the key to performance.
Thank you, Raven. Okay, we got to hydrate.
Thank you, Raven.
But yeah,
Hydration is the key to performance.
Raven, I thought I
Jesus
put that on
Christ.
cooldown.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to swallow it, not choke on it. I meant the water. I meant the water.
Hey, yo. Clip it,
Shut
chat.
up. Shut up.
That's a good laugh.
Like I said, I was trying to swallow the water, not choke on it. All right. Shut up.
Hey, listen, if you get to fluster me, I get to fluster you.
I will bite you.
Law of equivalent exchange.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fair warning, if I laugh so hard, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
All right. Yummy. Ara ara.
Fuck. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you
I'm fine.
sure?
Good. I'm fine. I'm cool. We're cool, Chad.
Hey, you should be glad I don't have that redeem for, the good boy or bad boy or all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, shit. I remember I think I had the Ada Ada ready myself at one point. I might have turned it off because I got too embarrassed about it eventually.
Oh.
Let me check actually. I want to check. Now I'm too curious. I need to check this thing.
Anyways, like I was trying to say was, if someone plans to become a streamer, what advice would you give them?
Plan accordingly and don't have too high expectations, I would say. Like if you want to be a content creator or a streamer, I am absolutely supportive of you and you should go ahead and do it because that's something you want to do with your life. I absolutely support you. At the same time, don't expect yourself to blow up overnight. Like for in like in my case, I still have like let's say maybe 10 to 11 average viewers on a stream and I've been streaming as a VTuber alone for almost like for 4 years now. Um so content creation, if you want to make it a job, is a very, very long journey with a lot of peaks and a lot of valleys. Um,
And a
you're
few
going
bumps
to
on the
exhaust
road.
yourself. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You are going to exhaust yourself at one point or another, and it's important that you take breaks when it's necessary, even if that is at the cost of being maybe less consistent with your content. Because ultimately, you won't be able to do what you want to do at all if you sacrifice your health for the sake of doing it. Um, Secondly, the most important thing is to just enjoy the journey, enjoy the way, enjoy the journey there towards your end goal, and enjoy every single day that you get to do this sort of thing. Because I do think for a lot of us, it is sadly a thing that is doomed to only be a hobby. Like, not a lot of us can afford to hire video editors or social media managers or have a small team of people helping us put our things out there. And sadly, in the current social media landscape, that is kind of what you need to be able to do in order to get that snowball running, if that makes sense.
Kind of.
Um, but in general, just enjoy the journey as much as you can and put as much work into it as you can feasibly do without taking damage yourself.
Right.
Um, that's how you're gonna enjoy it the most, it feels like, at least in my case.
Oh, and there's another thing I always tell some of my streamer friends if they don't have a schedule and stuff or try to plan a schedule, I always tell them plan on the days you are not gonna work.
Exactly.
Right, because when I was working and stuff, I had to work around my work schedule, what would be a good time, and everything else and stuff.
Mm.
So,
Hydration is the key to performance.
It's like the only reason I'm even really streaming and making content consistently right now is that I don't have a job on the side to really worry about. It's like, and even then, outside of that, I don't really have a ton of social interactions IRL. Like, I don't do this social game a lot outside of streaming. Um, and I'm still exhausted every single day that I go to sleep,
I feel
especially
that.
when it's a day that's been spent on either streaming or making content otherwise. So it's like, make sure to take breaks and keep your health in mind when it comes to this sort of thing because you will burn out eventually and you will need to take breaks.
Right. And also, guys, we gotta hydrate again.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I always when I was working on, let's see here, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I always have it where I'm not streaming Mondays or
Mm.
Tuesdays. Wednesdays I did, same thing with Thursdays and Fridays, but Saturdays I don't stream. Maybe once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon.
Don't forget to stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
All
I,
right.
I I remember in my like about 8 years ago when I just started out, I used to stream every single day, and that was after coming home from school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like part of that is that's at least part of the reason why I'm semi inconsistent right now is because I'm trying to not only mind my own health, but also I might have taken like some sort of physical or emotional damage from overworking myself so much when I was younger. But it's like
Right.
it's super important to take care of yourself even when you want to do this sort of thing because it's like if you get to the end goal and you get there half dead, it's not like you're going to be able to enjoy the spoils of your work anyway, right?
Right. Right. Oh, and guys, we gotta stretch.
Let's go. Oh, let me break my own back real quick.
I already broke mine.
No one else has to do it for me.
I'm surprised I didn't fluster you.
Listen, when I get used to it, I can work that game. I just have to warm myself up real quick.
Fair. And welcome, Coffee Cake.
Hey, coffee.
Great, now I want coffee cake.
I want cake. Damn it.
Well, if I have my recipe cookbook and some ingredients, I can make you the coffee biscuits or rolling berry cheesecake.
Ooh, cheesecake sounds amazing right now.
But the rolling berry is a mixture of what was it? Cherry, raspberry, and strawberry.
Mm-mm.
hmm
That sounds amazing.
It was really good, but bitch with it. Hey, I had to cut it up and throw it into this, you know, pot or whatever, and then basically cook it down and then strain it.
Oh, okay. It's like I don't know a ton about baking or generally like I've lived on my own for a solid like 4 years now, and I'm not a huge baker myself. So it's like I usually just cook for myself. I don't have a lot of money to spend on baking supplies.
You know what? If I was there, I would bake for you.
Ooh, I would love that.
hmm And
Honestly.
besides, it's one way to win a man's heart is through his stomach.
Oh, absolutely. I can attest to that. It's like I've said that to partners before in my life. Like it's like not if you spoil me every now and then you make food for me every now and then, I'm yours, basically. At that
All
point,
right,
it's
I'll
like
start baking.
you've already won. But I mean, like right now, I am testing things out when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. I'm not really sure yet if I'm ready for another one after last year, but we'll figure things out, and I'll
Right.
figure things out with myself after that.
Okay, what else is there? What challenges have you faced as a streamer, and how did you overcome them?
The biggest one I would say is juggling everything you have to do as a consistent and effective content creator. Um, it's like the editing parts and the actual making videos parts come easily enough to me. It's more the managing social media and figuring out how to best get views for your videos that I struggle a lot with. Like, I have no fucking clue how social media algorithms work. And at this point, I have very little like need to actually figure that out because just looking at like the pages and pages of how to figure out an algorithm is overwhelming enough as it is. Um, Other than that, I feel like my biggest struggle is actually convincing myself that I'm a good content creator. Um, and this isn't like to toot my own horn or anything. It's like my friends say that I make good content and that I'm a funny and entertaining content creator.
Mhm.
It's more myself that I have to convince more than anything of that fact. And the more motivation or the more confidence I get in myself, the more motivated I am to actually keep pushing out content. You know what I mean? So it's like when I'm in these dark holes where I don't really believe in myself or I don't believe in the idea that my dreams with content creation will work out, I also just slow down when it comes to video content in general. Um, so I think my biggest goal right now is to push myself to believe in myself and believe in my own content.
You're not wrong, Coffee.
I appreciate that coffee.
But it's true. When I first met Kynes and everything, I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't know how I would react to him, and I didn't know how he would react to me. I was
And
just most.
it's
Hmm?
I've had people say they were nervous to approach me before, and it's like I don't usually when they say that that doesn't really make much sense to me because I'm literally just like any other kind of person. Not
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily different or quote unquote better than anyone else just because I put myself out on the internet. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're
Like
like how tall? And I'm only 5'2".
I in real life I am 6'3".
Someone get me a brick, please.
What is it with me and just knowing super short women? What is it? What is it
What are you
about
gonna
me?
do? Put me on top of the refrigerator?
If I have to, that depends on you.
You know, I think we should end stream here.
Ha!
I'm not gonna end stream. But yeah, when I first met Kynes, I was kind of scared and everything because, well, let's just say that I didn't know how he would react to me because people tend to be, how can I put this as easy as terms without hurting some people? Some tend to be judgmental
Oh,
at
yeah, no,
times.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And for
It's
what?
like
Yeah.
especially when it's like a different follower size. It's like in the last 4 years where I've been a VTuber and a content creator, it definitely feels like especially between like people with 1,000 followers or people with just 200 followers on any given platform is like these people don't really talk to each other, and I really wish that wasn't the case because not only do I feel like a lot of friendships could be made in those situations, it also feels like the bigger content creators could help out the small fry with whatever they're struggling with.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, generally it feels like people are very judgmental of each other depending on very surface level stuff.
Right?
Very much, yeah.
It's kind of like the old saying, never judge a book by its cover. And I added,
Yeah,
read a few chapters.
exactly. Exactly. It's like
Hmm.
I won't say any names, but just recently I found myself in a situation with a larger content creator that very much did make me feel like I was being disregarded because of my follower size.
Right?
Um, like I said, I have 10 average viewers on stream, and I think the biggest following I have right now is on Twitter with 1,060,
Dang.
which isn't anything to scoff at, obviously, but it's also
Mm-mm.
like people with 10K, 15K, 20, 30K followers on any given platform aren't really going to be
Or
taking me seriously.
100K,
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't really feel like they take
Hydration is the
people like
key
me
to
seriously
performance.
or even really want anything to do with people my size. And
right?
I think that's really unfortunate because it's like I feel like a lot of friendships could be made if people just bridge that gap.
And we gotta hydrate
Honestly.
again.
Thank you, Raven.
But yeah, sometimes people say it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, but switch it around.
Mm.
Yeah, instead of a haystack, it's more like a needle pile, and you're trying to find
Mm.
that single hay in the needle.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
like generally exposing yourself to, interacting with other people can be a risk, especially on the internet, obviously.
Right.
And that's also an anxiety that I've had to struggle and wrestle with a lot. It's like I generally don't really expose myself to things where I don't really know what I'm walking into. Um, Generally because of my anxiety and stuff like that. Um, so I usually just stay in my own lane and do my own thing. But I still do my best to be a good friend to my friends, be a good community leader to my community, be a nice person whenever someone approaches me and be like, yeah, so this is what you're gonna want to do in this
Right.
situation, right? So I always do my best to just be open and upfront with everybody that I meet.
Like honesty is the best policy and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something I value, especially in my friendships and my relationships, is just be straight with me. Like tell me if
Right?
something is wrong or if I can do something different or better, because otherwise I won't know.
You're not wrong about that one.
Hmm.
But yeah, sometimes with the partnership and the friendship, it usually depends on the person because sometimes they are still healing themselves and yet they want to tell their friends or community and everything. But part of them's like, no, I need to face this myself and everything.
Mm. And
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's a bit of a mixed bag as well, because it's like, sure, you taking it on yourself lets you deal with the problem on your own, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of problems, not only in this community that one person can't handle on their own, but just in generally in life. There's going to be a lot of things that you won't be able to handle on your own, and where it's going to not only be necessary, but it's okay to ask for help.
I'm
Um,
still learning that myself.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like I'm still learning that too, but I feel like I've grown over the last couple of years, not only as a content creator but as a person, to the point where I, at the very least, don't have a problem admitting when something is tough on me, um, and where I
Oh,
have an easier time just accepting help in general.
right. Wait, a person? I thought you were a dragon.
Listen,
I'm
dragons are
listening,
people.
Linda.
Are you trying to tell me dragons aren't people?
I okay. You
Is
want to
that
know a funny story about
are
that?
we
You want
experiencing dragon
to?
racism live on stream?
No, no, no.
Crazy.
But seriously, you want to know what I told a good friend of mine? And people who are friends with dragons may vouch for me on this, may
Mm.
disagree, and may agree. I don't know which, but it's on your point of view, chat. Okay. You guys know like fairy tale stories or movies about dragons, right? For example, Braveheart. You seen how he went after the people at half of the
Mm.
time, right?
Mhm.
But later on, when that hero had the sword up almost to the roof of his mouth and stuff, but he saw what was causing the dragon's pain.
Mm, mm, mm.
So once he pulled the bone out and everything, basically he didn't hurt the hero, did he? Because the
Very true.
hero saved the dragon.
Very true.
And if you ever notice, dragons only attack if you're in their territory, like all animals do half of the time. They're just defending their territory because that's their home.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And here's another example. You seen like the movie Sleeping Beauty of the Dragon, right?
Yep, yep.
Same thing for Shrek. How the dragon was protecting the princess, right?
Very true.
Right. And if you ever notice how in Sleeping Beauty, all the knights, the king, the queens, all the people in there are asleep in a deep slumber,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But Maleficent did turn into a dragon form, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in Shrek, you saw how the dragon was there too, around Fiona. But
Mm.
if you notice and pay close attention, every dragons we see protecting the princess or anything they need to guard, they never eat them.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah, because it's like you got a piece of food right there, and yet they don't eat them. They really don't. Everybody else is like, I'll eat you, or I'll torture you. It's like, whatever.
Hmm.
But,
You're not wrong.
yeah, and they never, ever hurt the thing they're guarding.
It's more like they always go on attack whenever there's someone intruding on their territory.
Right.
It's very much an animal thing as well. It's like you're in the place that is supposed to be safe for me. What are you doing here? Get out, type thing.
Right. And like their gold and stuff, or what they hoard, is basically like their comfort.
I think the only example of a legitimately evil dragon I've ever seen is the I don't remember Smog. Is that how you pronounce that in English from the Lord of the Rings?
I don't know. Don't look at me. Ask chat.
Because it's like I've only watched some of the Hobbit movies, so I don't know the full context, obviously. But it's like it feels like he hoards just for the sake of hoarding.
Who knows? But now you see what I mean? Why people mistake dragons as bad guys or the villains?
Mm-hmm.
Technicality, they're not. They're just trying to live their lives. They're just trying to be normal like you and I. But yet, the humans, some are good, some are just complete assholes, okay?
Very true.
But they usually tend on our territories. It's basically like, how can I put these in terms? It's kind of like taking a stick and poking a tiger or a lion or a bear when they're trying to
Mm,
sleep or mind their own business.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's also mean like humans have only ever been in conflict with animals whenever they have encroached upon their territory or got anywhere near something they wanted to protect. It's like animals in general don't really seek out humans to start conflicts on their own. It's usually
Right.
the other way around. Which is why I say ban all humans.
Uh,
Ban them. Get them out of here.
guys,
Yes?
I'm part human.
Right.
So technically, I am half banned then or fully banned?
Listen, I just prioritize your dragon parts, okay?
I'm going to have a little talk with you later, Mr. Kynes.
Please don't hurt me.
How can I hurt
I
you?
have
I'm
a
only
family.
five
I have a
foot
family.
two.
I have a family. I don't know where they are, but I have a family.
All right, here is another question. Oh, wait. Raven's like, huh? Wait. How do you have a. Okay, explain this one.
Explain what exactly?
That you have a family.
I do. Well, it's a long story. It's
Ah.
like in my lore, we were basically attacked in our home cave by humans.
Mm.
Um, I was knocked out by magic, woke up 2,000 years later, so I don't actually know whether or not my family is alive or dead. Um, and if they're alive, I have no fucking clue where they are. So I don't know if I have a family, but I might.
Well, my mother and father are long gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's just say, technicality, when I was living where I lived, people mostly called me the bad omen, a curse, all that, because, well, and chat, get your mind out of the gutter for this one, okay?
Oh, good God.
Hey, I'm telling them to get their mind out the gutter, all right? But of course, well, my mother was a human, which you already know. She was 5'7", and my father, a dragon, was about, oh God, 7 foot something. And I came in this world like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and no, chat, she was not a bard, okay? She was not a bard.
We're breaking stereotypes on today's stream.
You're the one that's breaking them.
This is Ayo.
Oh, AOU. But yeah. So technicality, basically there was a Dragon War song going on and et cetera, blah blah blah. Let's just say that the 12 knights from the game I play and stuff technically kind of them.
Mm,
Yeah, and we got kicked out of my home. And
damn.
yeah, and I had to learn on to survive by myself without any help or without anyone around.
Right. But I
But
mean, in that case, we have a similar backstory in that sort of sense, I would say.
yeah, you're not wrong about that one. Okay, let's see here. How do you stay motivated?
How do I stay motivated? That's a good question. Because I don't actually, I think that's a complicated answer. I think part of it is just the satisfaction of me putting out a video that I can be proud of. Part of it is knowing that my community enjoys the things that I put out, even if I don't necessarily get like a shit ton of views. I know that the people that watched my videos, generally speaking, enjoy watching my vids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, generally speaking, I think just in general, I think like this is supposed to be my calling. This is what I've always wanted to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I don't necessarily believe in the idea that every person was put on this planet for a purpose. Um, like whatever you are supposed to be doing is what you decide you're supposed to be doing. I don't
Right,
believe in destiny or fate or stuff like that. So, whatever you choose to do with your time and your life, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Um, and only you can really decide whether or not you've had a fulfilling life at the end of the day, right? Um,
right,
I can just tell that this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my time whenever I'm able. And that brings me a ton of satisfaction that I don't think anything else in life can right now. Um, because that's actually something that I've struggled a lot with through my academic career is figuring out what I wanted to do academically or with a job, for example. But no other job other than content creator has ever really spoken to me in a very powerful way. Um, so I think even from a young age, I knew that I wanted to be a content creator first and foremost, and I wanted to chase after that dream until the end of time, honestly. So just like to make a very long story short, me getting to do what I really love doing is what motivates me every day.
so basically with your community and the amazing people you have met and hung out with and collab with, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. It's like me getting to meet so many wonderful people and make so many amazing friends. Like I've made friendships in the last 4 years that I know will last a lifetime. And that's something I wasn't able to say before becoming a content creator.
Right.
Um, like I know that I have one friend IRL that I know that I'm going to know until the end of my life.
Oh, I know who
Um,
that is, but I'm staying quiet.
but other than that, it's like all the really strong friendships I've ever made, I have made either through streaming or meeting them online.
Right?
Um, like my friends are the reason why I've been traveling so much within the last like 5 or 6 years. Um, Meeting my friends and going to events through content creation is the reason I've gotten to do so many amazing things over the last like what 5 6 years.
Didn't
And
you go to the US before?
I've gone to the US a couple of times, yeah. Like I went to New York to go meet a friend, and last year I went to the Carolina states to meet up with my then partners.
That
Um,
I remember you. I remember talking to you about that, and I said, guess where I am?" And you're like, "Oh, that's where my partners are."
I
I'm
remember
like,
that, yeah.
I was like, "Oh fuck."
That's honestly fucking crazy. Like small
Yeah.
world sometimes, honestly.
And you were like, "Wait, what are you doing up there?" I'm like, "Well, you remember the situation I was dealing with back at Ishgard?"
Mm.
And I said, then my sister and sister-in-law decided to go, and here I am.
Right, yeah, yeah. It's like content creation is generally the reason why I've gotten to have some of the most amazing experiences of my lifetime, and I know that this is what I'd want to do for the rest of my life. It's just something I'm born to do, honestly.
I'm being flustered easily.
Listen.
I'm listening, Linda.
Listen.
I'm listening, Linda.
Shush.
Thank me.
I can't. Not from here, anyway.
Do I have to wait for the next 30 years then?
We'll see what happens.
Oh, God. But I am glad you didn't hear that stretch redeem.
That was a stretch redeem? Since when?
God knows how long. Probably about almost an hour ago.
My bad. Now I'm stretching.
But we
pop
already
those
did the
muscles.
stretch before, and I said I'm glad nobody heard. You get the idea.
Very true. Yeah, no, that's fair. Hmm.
Hush, hush, hush. What?
Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not saying anything.
Kites?
I'm not saying anything. I won't say anything. You can't make me chat. Don't worry about it. Nothing is going on.
Shall I do it for free on him?
You should connect it to a bit goal or something. Or someone subscribes or something like that.
If someone subscribes about, oh, let's see, 10 subscription, I will do it.
Let's go. Get on that chat.
Or make it a little bit easier, probably 5 subscriptions.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's whatever you subscribe or to anybody you give a subscription to. I will torture kinds here on stream.
Fuck. Oh man. I'm fucked, chat. It's over. It's Jover.
Oh, he heard some of the voices I'd done, and it really flustered him badly.
Don't even worry about it. I'm not worried. You're not worried. We're not worried. Why would we be worried?
You know, I can move closer to you if you like, kind.
You don't need to if you don't want to.
Oh, I just made myself disappear by accident. Shut up.
Smooth.
Here. I'm right next to you now.
Hell yeah.
What? You're going to say I have a... Never mind.
You almost said something bad, didn't you?
No, I was going to say... English is hard, okay? English is hard.
Honestly, though, that's fair. Being bilingual, I fuck up even my own language sometimes. It's not easy.
Right? I was about to say, and you were probably going to say this too. Hey, at least I have a pretty girl in my arms.
Yeah, exactly. Listen,
Can
what
someone
kind of
ball
dragon
camp,
doesn't like
please?
having a pretty girl in his arms, huh? Can I get a hell yeah from chat?
Here. Is that better? Oh. Thank you for the subscription, Raven.
Let's go,
Nice.
Raven. Now she's sitting in my lap chat. It's getting steamy up in here.
Well, we are
Is
dragons. What
this
do you
Twitch
expect?
appropriate?
Hey, if you want to move away, I can. There, I moved away.
I'm just worried about your stream. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. It's harmless. We're not doing anything bad. We're harmless, okay? But I promised you I would torture you about this.
Don't pay attention to this stream, John Twitch. Don't worry about it, John Twitch. Nothing's happening.
Hold on. Sorry, I had a cough for a bit, but
Don't
you
worry,
ready for
don't worry.
this?
Ready for what exactly?
What, Raven? What? Guys,
Yes, Chaya?
you're being a bad boy.
The TV host is flirting with me.
No, I'm just picking
Security!
on you. I'm just picking
Security!
on you. I'm just picking on you. I am just picking on you. Oh my god.
Chat help. Chat help. Security.
Oh. That's long gone. There's no security in here.
Why is there no security at your studio? That feels like a massive oversight.
No, but I got a little tea dragon.
Mhm.
What? I'm talking about Squibby, the mascot.
Don't worry about it. I thought you said something else.
You're not wrong, Raven. Your fate is sealed, kinds.
Fuck.
Anyways, we've been going for an hour and 1 minute. We're gonna take a quick intermission break, chat. If you need to get something to eat, something to drink, we will be back in a few moments. All right, we'll be back. right, chat, and we are back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yes, welcome back, Kinds.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right. I'm trying to think what. Oh, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance your personal life and professional life as a streamer?
Oh God, I don't. I don't at all. It's like I've only just recently started to get back into what you can start to consider a routine. Um, like I was proud of myself a week and a half ago for having an entire week where I woke up before noon. You know what I mean? Um, like I think that is actually one of the things that I've struggled with a lot, like juggling and somehow balancing how much time I put into my real life and my streamer life. And I still struggle a lot with that. Like right now, it's 3 streams a week. 2 of them are 3 hours. One of them is an extra long one on Fridays or Saturdays. And then on my days off, I either spend way too long making content or I do literally nothing at all. Just stay in bed all day.
I wish
um,
I could.
I know. And I'm in a very privileged position to even be able to do that with my current resources. It's like I'm lucky that I live where I do in order to be able to do that right now. But
Right.
it probably won't last long, very, very long either. We're currently working towards me getting either more education or another job. So we'll see what happens within the next like year or two.
King, I am going to take your leg privileges away.
You're taking people's legs?
Hey, 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 hey. King here, I swear to God, King here always offers me legs. I'm like, no.
It feels like a war crime.
Oh,
Taking
God.
people's legs.
I don't know. I tried fixing it, and it's supposed to be like where he gives whoever a hug, and it's like, fuck, I'm still working on that. I forgot to work on that, okay?
Listen, it's just a self-love body.
Right. I'm trying to make it work where you get the idea. I was trying to make it work where basically one person could tag another person and hug them that way, okay?
Hey, listen, Twitch coding is fucking weird, and I don't understand it either. I don't understand how to make it work. I really don't.
Let's just say the hamster wheel is turning, but my hamster either got yeeted or holding on for dear life.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead.
Yeah. That can work. That can work.
At
Okay.
least you still have your arms, King, so you can hug yourself.
Fair. Okay. I'm sorry. I am so
God
sorry.
damn.
I am so sorry.
Hey, listen, I don't mind. I could get even worse, honestly.
Oh my God.
They are loud and boisterous. Don't trust me.
Yes, Raiko. Yes, Raiko. Okay. Here is. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry, Cake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King, but.
Well, someone is losing their legs today.
Where is it? I'm sorry, King. I love you dearly, but you have to think about what you done.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Don't worry. They're fine. They're probably sending to you like, what did I do? Oh my God. I had to. It's just for shits and giggles, I promise.
Unless you are legitimately banned from the stream, you have not done anything wrong.
Nah. It's just mostly for the chaotic thing. And I have a feeling, just for shits and giggles, they're going to message me and be like, what did I do?
It's like, I've actually been kind of a little bit nervous about doing that sort of thing on my own stream because I was worried that they would take it personally.
Well, if it's a new person and stuff, it'd be different. But if it's with
Yeah,
your
true.
friends, your community, and people that you know and trust, it's a different
Very true.
story.
That's very true.
Yeah, I better send them a message saying, I just did it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, some people tend to basically take it the wrong way. It's like, no, I just do this because, entertainment, just for fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's like honestly, that sort of thing, if you can have that kind of banter with your community in general, you know you guys have
Hmm.
a strong relationship.
Right. And of course, if I may ask, what do you call your group? You
It's
know,
like
sorry.
an individual community member is a treasure, but my community as a whole is a treasure hoard.
Yeah, but what I'm
Um,
meaning is basically how I call my thing a safe haven or Crystarium.
oh, you mean
Hmm.
what I call the place itself? So
Yeah,
it's like my server is named Kindness Fortress. Uh, I'm basically an evil doom sky taking over the world kind of thing. So it's like, as long as I have a base of doing my evil operations, we'll be fine.
I just
But yeah,
realized
no,
something
Kindness
here.
Fortress. What?
You said you're like the Doom guy, right?
I do, yes.
So basically, you're kind of like the Warrior of Darkness, and I'm like the Warrior of Light.
I've never actually gotten that far in Final Fantasy 14, but it's like one
You
of the
know?
expansions is basically what happened if the people of darkness were the heroes, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, not in the 14 thing, but because you see where like some family members battle each other between like fire and ice or other types of forms.
Mm-mm.
So basically, you said you're kind of like Doom, but dark, and didn't you say you had darkness inside of you?
Half part of me is light, half of it is darkness. Yes, it's like Needhook is a dark dragon, but the energy he absorbed from the Tree of Life in Scandinavian mythology is light. So I'm made of halfway darkness, halfway light.
And I am guessing you probably could send some light at me. Don't suck it away from me, please.
What if it's delicious though? Can I have just like a taste?
No.
Why not?
The answer is no.
Damn it!
But first, you have to take me out to dinner.
Fine, okay.
Sushi?
Oh, why do you have to make it expensive?
No, not the fancy restaurant kind of sushi. Homemade sushi.
Okay, that works for me.
You do the bake. No, you do the cooking. I'll do the baking.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, it's a date.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I called mine the Safe Haven or Crystarium because I try to make it a safe place for people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care who you are, all that. I don't care if you're in the LBGTQ. I don't care how you act, all that. You get what I'm meaning, don't you?
Oh yeah, no, I'm exactly the same thing. It's like the golden rule in my community is as long as you can get along with everyone else and you're not an ass, you're welcome to do as you please. It's
Right.
like personally, I'm bisexual and stuff like that, so it's like obviously the LGBTQ are gonna be welcome in my community and stuff like that.
I'm
And
bisexual as
generally
well.
speaking, yeah, exactly. So like, it's like in general, I don't like to exclude people on the way they are or the way they live or whatever. People are allowed to make those choices and have those kinds of lives. It's
Right.
generally speaking when you are as a person are trying to tell others what kind of life they are allowed to have is when I have a problem with you.
Ugh. Or basically those bots coming in saying in DMs to another person, like, hey, can you commission me? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't
ugh,
need that kind of activity in my server
right.
either.
If I get that in my server or in, if, okay, I think I messaged you before and stuff about it. When
Hmm.
this one person randomly messaged me and they were in your server and they say, hey, commission me with a such, such, blah, 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 or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm letting him and his mods know about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my community server is for my community to hang out and have fun.
Mhm.
It's not for you to use as a selling platform. I'm not fucking
Right.
eBay. You know what I mean? Like, it's honestly very disrespectful of,
Mhm.
and it's also very antisocial behavior sort of thing to make a bot infiltrate people's servers and
Right.
use those servers as sales platforms. It's so fucking weird.
You're not wrong about that one. And of course, some streams I do talk into, other times I would join the community of Discord and stuff, but I usually tend to leave a few because I am in too much and I don't have the
Mm.
nitro.
It's also, generally speaking, if I didn't leave a couple of servers every now and then, I would be overwhelmed with how many notifications there's going
Right.
on. Like, I know I can mute the servers from notifications generally, but then what the hell is the point of joining them in the first place, you know?
Right. Sometimes I'll talk into them, sometimes I won't. It's just, you know, basically I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty hard.
It's also, generally speaking, like, I only have a set amount of time and energy to spend on other people during the day. You know, like, if I push myself too hard to be social and care too much about other people's lives and their way of going about things, I do get very, very tired eventually.
Which is
Um,
understandable.
it's like we only have a set amount of energy every day that we can spend however we wish to spend. But when the well is dry, it's well and truly dry.
Depending on the well, because sometimes it can be dry, sometimes it can still be filling up constantly. And it's like with people who have certain like ADHD and a few things and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because basically they're like, okay, I gotta get this done. No, I gotta do the. They basically
Yeah.
pile. It's like, what am I supposed to do? And then you get sidetracked. Like you don't know.
It's also like, generally speaking, when you're like me, I have both general anxiety and social anxiety. So generally speaking, I have very weird social batteries. Like, some days I can be more than ready to hang out with people and do long collabs and stuff like that. I haven't done a collab in, like, I want to say a year and a half. Um,
Well, guess what?
because right now the priority is to focus on myself and my own content.
Right.
Um,
Well, like I said, well, guess what? Maybe in the near future, which I already made a list for 2025 collapses. We're getting close to what? The end of 2024?
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. And I got a few open and everything. And here's
Hell yeah.
another part as well too. Sometimes I will go on a hiatus, but I mostly will play games with just my friends, by myself, whichever.
Yeah, exactly.
But and note to self, do not do the same mistake I did for June. Do not.
What did happen for June again?
I was doing the Charles Project and I tried to stream for a whole month. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Though that must have exhausted you.
Yeah, there was sometimes I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
I I remember once doing a 24-hour stream for Christmas. I think it was in 2022, and
Oh,
I don't think I streamed for like a solid 2 weeks after that because I needed to recover.
right.
Um, I want to do another one for my birthday in 2025, though.
Oh, when is your birthday?
I turned 26 on January 30th, so it's not that far away now.
Mine's January the 4th.
Exactly. So it's like I have a few plans in the works, and I hope to have some stuff ready for it. But at the same time, it's like I cannot expect those plans to be quite ready yet by the time that my birthday rolls around. So
Right.
I'll
Oh,
I'll I'll, I'll try to stay open with my plans.
I already have plans made for December 27th because my birthday falls on a Saturday, which is
Hmm.
true. So, in technicality, for my birthday, I am going to be doing another charity event
Oh hell yeah!
for St. Jude's.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do another charity event at some point. I remember the last one I collected, like, I think it was for a trans youth group at the time. It might have been for, I don't remember what it's the group were named again, but it was like an LGBTQ friendly and trans inclusive
The one
charity.
I did in June was called the Terrorist Project.
Mm.
Mhm. And if I remember right, we made like about 100 something for the Terrorist Project. Last time for St. Jude's, we made like about 100 and something.
That's the one I did. It was for the Trevor Project.
So did I in June. And I thought, hey, Pride Month.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly,
Hmm.
I want to do one again once I've made it my community a little bit bigger, so I can make a bigger contribution
You
next
know
time.
what? You know what? I'm going to do another thing in January the 3rd. Like I said, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
close to my birthday and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the other thing as well, too. Since January the 3rd is going to be where I talked about streamers. Like, what do I think of them with my honest point of view? If they send
Mm.
clips along with their safe for work PNG picture, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and they say a little bit about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I think that
And
makes sense.
yeah, because hey, I mean, okay, chat and kinds, you guys may agree with me on this one. You guys may agree with me on this one. But whatever we've been seeing on some social media platforms, along here as well on Twitch or any servers we are in, we always see the negativities, no
Absolutely.
positive.
But it's also like social media is built to boost whatever is talked about most. And like humans are biologically built to hyper focus on the things that bother them so that they can remove those things from their lives. You know what I mean? So it's like automatically social media is going to boost negativity the most. It's an unfortunate thing about social media that I hope that people manage to find some sort of workaround for. Because
Right.
I remember tweeting at one point, like, it's always the nasty, fucked up shit that gets a shit ton of attention, in especially as well in the VTuber community. It feels like negativity has a lot of focus, but
Right.
we never give them the same kind of attention when they figure out a new way to stream, or if they've donated to charity or something similar to a positive degree, right? So it's like, can we somehow put the kind of positivity that we want into the limelight, um, more than we do with the same kind of negativity that we see all the time? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. But if you kind of think about it, the negativity is getting more than the positivity.
absolutely, absolutely.
Hey,
And it's
Fox,
an unfortunate thing too.
and
It's like,
welcome.
hey, welcome, Fox. It's like I really wish, like, just recently, Iron Mouse broke the record for most subscribed content creator
Oh,
ever on
yeah, I
Twitch.
saw about that one. And this other person was basically so mad. Okay,
Yes, I saw
okay.
that tweet.
Yeah, but
They
here's
were
the
mad that they had taken over Kai Cenat's spot on the top.
right. And here's the thing. I heard about this from a certain friend and chat. You may seen and heard about this and everything else and all that kind of stuff. But with that guy, what's his name again?
I think the content creator in question was Kai Cenat. I don't follow him myself, but it's
I
like
don't follow him either.
it
But
was one of his followers that were butthurt that Iron Mouse had taken over his spot as most subscribed
oh
Twitch
my
streamer.
god. Okay, here's the difference. From what I could see with this Kai person or whatever, sure, he is kind of not fully there the way he acts and everything, all that kind of
Mm,
stuff, you know?
mm,
And from what I heard from another, let's just say through the grapevines or from a tweet of another bird,
mm.
that basically when a person like subscribe for about $5, he got mad and upset and he basically banned them because they subscribed for 5.
No way.
Yes way.
I would fucking kill for that kind of thing to happen on my streams regularly. Are you kidding me?
Right. And here's the thing when he's there, like I said, I heard this from a friend and stuff. And then they told me that did say, and he before he banned, he was like, you know, goddamn well, you're supposed to make it 20 or 25 or more, not
He
5.
was basically upset that they didn't subscribe at tier 2 or 3.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I know, right?
The fucking entitlement. Jesus Christ.
Right.
I don't get that, honestly. Like, it's like I've always been used to being the guy who had to be used to not having a ton of money in his life. I do think there's a certain variety and degree of entitlement that shows up
Right.
once you're in a better position in society. It's like the moment you start making money, you suddenly forget what it was like when you had none, and it warps your perception and view of reality in such a way that
That is
you're
true.
completely disconnected from reality.
Yeah.
Honestly, in some
And of
cases.
course, when I get money from like when I was working or doing something, all that kind of stuff, I tend to spoil my friends at times. Okay.
Mhm.
But
I
yeah.
try to do the same thing when I can. It's just like I don't have a ton of money on the regular. It's like even when I made money beforehand, right now I'm like on a government program type of thing that basically gives
Hmm.
me money. Um, so I don't have a ton of money to work with every month, but I try to spoil my friends whenever I can. And
Right.
that's also part of the reason why I wanted to make it big is like I wanted to be in a position that I hadn't been able to have before where I was more able to take care of the people around me monetarily,
Right. Right.
because
And of
it's always been the other
course,
way around in my life. It's
yeah.
where people are taking care of me. I want to give back to my
Hmm.
community.
And sometimes with my friends, they'd be like, "Try, you didn't have to," or all that. And let's just say I got a few friends who live here in the States. I got a few of them gift cards, and I usually take a picture of it. And I said, "Hey, I got you this. The only thing I want you to do is just pass it forward and smile on. That's it."
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hmm.
And it's like it's so easy to I think being an angry, nihilistic, and just an angry asshole kind of person is the easy choice. It's like being angry at the world for the possibly bad position you've been born into is the easy choice. It's harder to see things from other people's perspective or try to see things from other perspectives in general.
Right.
Um, but that's the choice I would rather make personally.
And to be honest, I just go with the flow. And if people don't like how I act or make a decision or whatever, sorry, but I do what is right. And half of my fellow community would say I have a sweet, kind, generous, big heart.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like generally I want to be the kind of person that anyone can get along with or at the very least tolerate. But it's also like when it comes to people online, I don't have a lot of patience for those kind of people. And especially online, it definitely feels like people are looking for reasons to be angry all the time. I just
Right.
don't have that kind of energy or time. I do not want to give that any kind of my attention, honestly.
You're not wrong about that one. And you know the worst part of it all, I hate I found out, and my friends did say this. They say, "Welcome to being a streamer and a VTuber with us." I'm like, "What do
Mm.
you mean?" Let's just put it this way. When I was technically seeing somebody in before, and I told my good friend, well, they're not good. Oh, we got to do a care package.
What the hell is a care package?
Oh, basically, you straighten up, stretch, move around, hydrate, that kind of thing.
Oh, so the whole self care package. Got it.
Yep. That was just a stretch, Tat. That was just a stretch. Guys, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just getting over that moon.
It was a stretch, damn it.
I know, but it still sounded like a
Shut
moon.
it. Shut it.
Okay.
Good boy.
Mm. You nearly made me spit take. What the fuck? God damn it.
Oh my god, did I really?
You nearly made me spit take, yes. Like, I nearly choked on the water that I was drinking.
Oh my god. Oh my
God damn it.
god.
Oh, hey, Ishi. I didn't notice you earlier. Welcome in.
Has that ever happened to you before or no?
It has happened before, and it kills me almost every time it happens.
And I seriously didn't know you were gonna take a drink of water.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not gonna announce every time I drink, but at the same time,
I
sometimes
see.
people's timing is just off.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. That was perfect. That was perfect. That would have been hilarious as a clip.
Oh my god. I really hope no one clipped that. Jesus Christ.
Unless if it passed the FOD. That's the thing. If it doesn't, I'll have to go back and clip it and put it in the
If you
YouTube
do
and
manage to find it, you better send it over. I
all
need
right,
that shit.
boss.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts like hell.
Hey, at least you got some funny out of my suffering.
anyways, should we go back to the questions?
If you want to.
All right. Oh my god, that was perfect timing.
Oh my god. That's
Anyway.
generally what streaming is like. People laughing at the streamer suffering.
Hey,
I'm used to it at this point. I've been doing it
Hey.
for 4 years now.
Hey, I suffer too because I get scared easily, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here is a question. What motivates you to keep pushing forward in your career of a streamer?
I think I answered this earlier, didn't I?
I
Before the outbreak?
yeah, you did. I'm sorry. But basically what I'm meaning is that Seven Hells, how can I explain it? Basically, what motivates you to keep pushing forward, like your community or your friends, because sometimes streamers will be like saying, I'm thinking about going, like, graduating and stuff, or
Mm,
going on a long hiatus, but your friends keep pushing you forward,
mm, mm.
Yeah,
I
because if you,
think, like, in my case, it's halfway. This is everything that I've ever wanted to do. And secondly, there's that ultimate goal of getting to a point doing what I love where I can give back to my community. Um, like I hope to get to a point at someday where I can be financially stable enough to be the kind of supportive pillar that a lot of people have been in my life as well. I think
right,
especially about my parents and my family in general have been these very emotionally and financially supportive people throughout my entire life. And I hope to one day get to a point where I can be that kind of supportive pillar, where I can send them money if they need it, or if they need anything, I want to be that person that can provide it for them.
right.
So generally, it's like I want to achieve my dream of becoming a full time content creator, and I want to be able to be that supportive pillar that people can rely on.
Yes, King? What's up? Oh, he probably said something in DM. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
He wants his legs back.
Let's say that's gonna be. I will have to check it after stream, but can you go ahead and send it to me in DMs, please? I will check it out later. Thank you.
Excellent. It's
All
good
right,
to have
Mr.
very
Birds.
supportive streamer viewers clipping your stuff.
Yeah, I don't
That
know
saves
how.
us a ton of time, guys. Seriously, it helps us more than you know.
Right, and I don't know how they do the exclamation clip. I really don't. I looked, I asked, and I don't know how they do it, honestly.
I had my mods fixed it for me.
Oh
You
my
cannot
god.
when it comes to when it generally comes to coding on a Discord server or when it comes to commands in stream, I
Right?
am the most blockhead person you can ever find when it comes to that shit. I just get my mods to do it for me.
A platypus?
God damn
the
it, that made me
platypus?
jump. Damn it, Raven.
Perry the platypus.
Oh, I have that up because of my growl.
I love it.
I,
Cute.
it is not cute.
If you say so.
Why do I ever feel like that your community and my community is going to draw us together?
Is that what you're gonna try to do, Chad?
Try to ship me and the Viking dragon here?
I do feel like I don't know. I feel like shipping people is more a thing that you see with bigger content creators, even if that's totally parasocial. You know what I mean? Like I've
Eh,
seen bigger content creators get shipped together literally all the time in fan
right.
art and stuff like that.
And technically, when they do have fan art and stuff of their characters being shipped or whatever, and guess what happens?
Ooh, I know what happens.
Yeah,
I've been in this community for 4 years. I know exactly what happens.
right. They get together in real life as well.
Hmm. And then
Hey,
2 years down the line, it turns out that that was actually a very toxic relationship.
right. Like a certain streamer that we saw, and we're not going to full detail about that one.
Oh, good God.
You probably know
Good.
who I'm talking about, don't you? That I
I
saw
think
was
I
going
have an
on.
idea.
Yeah, let's not mention that on stream,
Okay.
but we'll talk about it after stream. Okay, let's see here. We probably ask about how did you overcome your self and doubt over or imposter syndrome as a streamer?
Oh man, that's a good question because it's something I've literally always struggled with, and I still struggle with a lot. There's generally it's very easy to fall into those kinds of holes of I'm not good enough. I don't deserve the things that I have right now. I don't put in the work that I need to put in to succeed and stuff like that. It's very easy to fall into spirals where you think that kind of thing.
Right.
Um, and generally, I've been battling depression since I was like 13. So that makes it even harder for me to escape these spirals.
Yeah.
But generally, I would say rely on your community and especially your friends to not necessarily try to help you out of those spirals because that can be even harder for them to do than it is for you because they
Right.
don't really know what it is you're going through. But try to rely on your friends being there for you when you are going through these tough times and then do your very best to pick yourself up once these spirals are over, at least in my case, right? So it's like I always do my best to give myself as much patience and as much love as I would one of my
Hmm.
friends. That's like a rule of thumb that I've set up for myself recently is like treat yourself as you would one of your friends and the rest just kind of comes along with it.
Right.
um because it's very easy to be hard on yourself and to tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve the things that you've been given through your hard work and stuff like that. But I think it's generally speaking, it's very important for content creators of any size to be nice to themselves, treat themselves with love, treat themselves with understanding and patience, and to not be so hard on themselves when a plan falls through or when content that you've put a lot of effort into doesn't necessarily get a ton of views like you had hoped. Because that's generally just what content creation is.
Right.
You can have a very, very tough time figuring out what kind of content works and what doesn't. So treat yourself with patience and understanding, and the rest of it comes along naturally.
Okay. I have one more question left.
Okay, shoot.
Okay. Are you planning to become a streamer still? Continuing on what you're doing, or do you plan on just stopping and graduate like some people do?
I doubt that I will ever graduate. I do think that generally speaking, as time goes on, I will prioritize streaming less and less and general content creation more because I think that's healthier for me in the long run. But ultimately, I don't think I will ever stop doing this. Like I said earlier, it's what I'm here on this planet to do. I'm here to bring together people that doesn't necessarily know where they belong. I'm here to make a community where vulnerable people or people in pain can come to just relax for a second and forget about their troubles and the darkness in their lives, if only for just 10 minutes a day. Like the thing that especially saved me when it came to my mental health and my mental struggles was just having the ability to come home and sit down in front of my computer and be able to forget about the things that was going on in my life by watching content creators, by watching people stream. Um, and just having that moment of clarity, that moment to relax and to be able to smile again was enough to pull me through even the darkest of times. So I don't think I will ever really let go of that. I wouldn't say responsibility because it's a task that I've chosen to put upon myself, but I don't think I will ever truly let go of that mission. That mission statement, I guess, is to bring people together, have a good time,
Right?
and just have a shit ton of really amazing memories and experiences through what I love to do.
But for me, if people tell me, hey, stop what you're doing, blah, blah, no, I'm doing it because I enjoy it. It's my comfort as a streamer and everything. I just do it for fun, entertainment, and everything
Mm.
like that.
I think there was a very long time where I had to tell myself that had to stop treating it as a job. It's like I very much had a time in my life where I prioritized streaming over anything else. And that included my IRL's responsibilities and what social interaction I had with my family and friends at the time. Um, but I think right now it's a hobby that I can escape into when things get dark or when things get tough on me. But I also need
Right?
to make sure to treat it as a hobby, not let it take over and become my biggest like my biggest priority. Because there is other things to life than what you are what you feel like you're meant to do. There are other aspects to life than your biggest mission, right? It's just about finding a balance on how to include both in your life in a healthy way.
All right. Well, as for now, we're going to go ahead and end the stream right here. And guys, thank you so much for joining me
It
on my
was
talk
absolutely
show.
my pleasure. It was my
Even though,
pleasure.
anytime, even though we had a few laughs and a little bit of chaos and stuff.
We love good chaos around here.
Mm-hmm. All
Thank you
right.
for having me.
Anytime. Let me go ahead and mute the desktop audio and we will find someone to raid. Unless you know anybody we could raid.
Hmm. Let me check my app real quick if there's anyone good. 1 second.
Hmm.
We should give a raid to a small creator if we can.
Right?
Okay, so one of my friends are live right now.
Oh, and who are
They are
they?
playing what is that called? Dale and Dawson Stationary something something. They're playing a game. It looks like.
Okay.
But they're one of my closer friends in the community, so maybe we should
All
give them a
right.
raid. Let me just
We should.
write out their name real quick.
All right. Or you could copy their link and I could copy their name and you get the idea.
Oh,
Oh,
actually, I should do that real quick. 1 second.
hello. Uh,
You want me to
Ava.
paste it in DMs or in chat?
Hold on a moment. Avatar, thank you for the follow. If I put your name wrong, I do apologize. But hello, I didn't see you there, Avatar. Like I said, if I put your name wrong, I do apologize.
Good to see you, Avatar.
Editor, thank you. I don't
Do
know
you
why
want me to paste the link in DMs or in chat?
DMs, please. But please relax, pick up your feet, and enjoy watching your halfling dragon here. We're not playing a game, we're just doing a talk show. But tell me, how'd you find me?
How small are you to be able to fit in a teacup? What kind of question is that? She's small enough, trust me. But
Hey, oh, I think I know them. I think I follow them and know them. Let me check real quick.
she's small.
I will bite you.
You will anyway.
Oh yeah, I do follow them.
Hell yeah.
And they are
I love
really a
them.
sweet bean.
They really are. They really
They
are. They're like one of my
are.
closest friends in the community.
Yeah. But before I forget, here is the first raid message. If you are not subscribed to me, and if you are, here is a raid 2. So as always, my dear friends, next time we'll continue our story, and may the light be with you. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.